I'm not even sure exactly how to catch you up on the events of the past couple weeks. We've not published a video, and a lot of people said, "What's going on? Are you okay?" We are alive, guys. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to make some videos just to get videos out. There's a couple reasons for that. Honestly, for me, if I don't make videos, I don't have continued income, so I've got to push them out. But it's also been 2 weeks since we've shared our story and told you what's going on. So it's about time. Right now, I'm standing by a really hot fire, and it is perfect. It's exactly what I need because I hurt all over my joints, my muscles. I've not been this sick for like 12 years. I've actually just been miserable the past few days. So I'll kind of just tell you day by day the series of events with this and what the outcome is so far. It's been really, really fast and just hit me like kind of like a freight train, just bam, and took me down. I'm feeling a little better at the moment, just right now, but I've been out for basically 48 hours. What happened is on Wednesday, I felt really good on Wednesday, and I had a skid steer. I rented a skid steer to get some jobs done. I had it rented for Wednesday and Thursday, and that was exciting. I felt great Wednesday morning. I went out, jumped on the skid steer, and ran it all day Wednesday. And sometime on Wednesday, I noticed I had this weird rash on my shoulder, which I'll show you in a minute. And I thought, that's really weird. It looks like someone slapped me on the shoulder, like just slapped me as hard as they could, or hit me with a baseball. And so I didn't really know what to think of that, but otherwise I felt fine. So I kind of kept rolling. And then on Thursday, I ran the skid steer all day long. And by the end of Thursday, I was exhausted. And I was starting to have soreness. And you know, if you have ever driven a skid steer, you'll know it can be very bumpy. So to do it for almost 20 hours in 2 days, it was just a long run of just jostling, jolting, bumping. So that is what I attributed my soreness to. But I still wasn't putting it all together. The rash, my neck being really sore, my back being sore, my shoulders being sore. Because of the kind of confounding factor of running the skid steer, just just a huge amount. So what happened next is that night, Thursday night, was when it really hit. It was terrible. I woke up probably 10 times that night. Like it was burning hot, sweating like crazy, just soaking the blankets around me, soaking my clothes. And then I'd roll the covers off, and then I'd instantly go into chills and freezing. I'd be so cold, I'd be shivering, pull the blankets back over me. I couldn't sleep very well. That happened over and over and over. So I woke up Friday morning. I knew like something is wrong. So I took my temperature, and all that day, all Friday, I had the same symptoms: chills, just weakness. My muscles were sore. I ran a fever from 102 to 103 all day long. What other symptoms? There were a few others. You had sore joints, sore muscles. I covered that. And then this rash is still there. It looks exactly the same. It's just an unusual rash. There's nothing to explain it. So I started like running through stuff, and I started thinking, you know what? I think this is a tick bite on my arm, and I think this is early Lyme's, because all the symptoms line up. Early Lyme's disease symptoms are literally the list of symptoms I have. I have all of them except for, I guess I would say I have clouded thinking. I have all the signs of early Lyme's, including the rash, fevers, all those things. So I'm still in denial on Friday. On Friday, I'm still thinking to myself, this could be like a weird version of the flu, though it really doesn't make sense. And the rash doesn't make sense with anything else. Plus, I have this rash here, and I have swollen lymph nodes in my right armpit, and my right armpit's painful. And that's a sign of Lyme's disease as well, early disease. So I was kind of in denial Saturday. Plus, I felt miserable. I had to get some work done. I'm sorry, not on Saturday, on Friday. And then today is Saturday. This morning, okay, so last night, Friday night, I had a terrible night. It was exactly the same as before. Sweating, high fevers, soaking the bed, shaking cold in the bed, even though it was warm. And then I haven't been warm at all for like 48 hours. I've been freezing cold for 48 hours, except actually so to kind of carry on chronologically, this morning I said, I think this is Lyme's. I need to start treatment really, really soon. So I found a provider who could see me right away just to write for the antibiotics because it's the weekend. And I saw them this morning and they agreed it was really reasonable. And I did kind of talk my way into a 21-day course of doxycycline, which is first-line treatment. It's also the treatment for Rocky Mountain spotted fever, though I really don't think I have that. This rash I have is much more similar to a Lyme's rash that most people have. So I did ask for a 21-day course, which is on the max end. And the reason I did that is because so many people, multiple people I know, have been knocked out by Lyme's disease. It's one of these really weird ones. A lot of times it goes undiagnosed. And people can have issues if it becomes chronic. People can have issues for years. So multiple friends I know, one I guess now currently dealing with it, has been dealing with it for years and is so sick. I guess he's in the middle of it now. I don't know his situation really well. We're not real close, but so I don't want to go from this acute over to chronic. Like, I want to do everything I can do to get rid of this now. I hate taking antibiotics though. Doxycycline is terrible and it kills, as to my knowledge, it kills nearly all of your gut bacteria. And I don't think probiotics just replace those. I don't think there's any evidence that probiotics will just instantly replace your gut bacteria. It's much more complex than you just drop bacteria in your gut and they take over and just flourish. It's much more complex and much less sure than that from all the studies they've done. It's kind of like there's a possibility if you take probiotics to help recolonize your gut. So I hate taking antibiotics. I've not taken them for many years. I think actually for 12 years since the last time I was this sick. I had a respiratory infection that time. I could not shake. So the provider agreed with me. He said, I do think it makes sense that it's Lyme's. I think it makes sense enough that we should treat you. So he wrote me for the 21-day course, and I went and picked those up as soon as I could and started that first dose. Hey, Wilder, don't put that in the fire. My son is trying to put a plastic feed scoop in the fire. Yeah, there you go. Back up. There, right there. I don't know why the other kids didn't stop him. So right now the fire is the nicest thing. I've pretty much been sitting under blankets all day. Bree got me some ibuprofen and I took that, and for like 5 hours I felt moderately okay. And I went ahead and went to the store and got my prescription and actually got a couple things done outside, but still just I'm dragging. Like every step is slow. Every step is painful. I hurt all over. Mostly my shoulders, my right shoulder, especially my neck, headache. So that's what we're doing. We're calling it Lyme's. We're treating it like Lyme's, and hopefully my symptoms will get better, especially the night ones. That's miserable. I haven't been sleeping well at all. So, all right, that's just an update on one topic. It caught me by surprise, hit me like a train. I'm just knocked out. I did not expect this at all. Oh, I was gonna show you this rash. I told you I was gonna show you the rash. Right, so I should have taken off this fleece before I did this video. The rash is not impressive. It is very unusual though. It's not poison ivy, it's not itchy, it's tender, and it's just unexplainable by anything else. There's nothing else, and this might be too much, but you can actually see that lymph node. And this might be TMI, guys. You can actually see that lymph node right there. Actually, you can't see it, but it's like visible from me in a mirror. You can see the swollen lymph node, and that armpit hurts. Anyway, it's been a weird 2 days. I just want to give you a little update. I'm going to try to do this topically, and here's the update on the adventure we didn't know we were going to have, apparent Lyme disease. Okay, thanks, and hopefully I'll get another video out soon. Bye.